Good morning, fathers of daughters. What's happening? What's happening? This is FMB Martin, and welcome to Grow Dad YouTube channel. Yes, sir, we are here. We are back for another live stream, fathers of daughters. I welcome you all. All fathers are welcome, regardless of your ethnic group, background, and or culture. Bienvenidos aquí, mi amigos. ¿Cómo te sientes? Hoy. Gracias. Okay, fathers, we're here for another live stream today. And fathers, what we're going to be talking about is Sharenting and the criminal justice system. And what is Sharenting? It's pretty much when parents overshare their children on social media, the exposure of sharing their children on social media. And this comes mostly from mothers of daughters, mothers of sons, mothers of kids. This is where this Sharenting is coming from. And it's a problem because it could become a criminal justice system issue. And one of the reasons why it could become a criminal justice system issue is because so many mothers are just putting their children out there for the world to see, for the world to share. Because once you start exposing your children to social media, once you start recording like I'm doing right now, I'm doing a live stream. Once it goes out to the world, we no longer own it, right? Even if I was to try to delete this live stream when I'm done, it gets downloaded somewhere in the world. It's a permanent file, y'all. So whatever happens, happens, right? And we need to be aware. We need to be very, very aware, fathers of daughters, or what a lot of our mothers are doing, putting our children on social media. And there's a lot of predators out there waiting for them, right? Social media is supposed to be, depending on who's using it, it's supposed to be fun. But, you know, you got TikTok, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, all social media platforms. It can become dangerous because predators are trying to exploit children. Well, they're not trying to, they are. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. The oversharing of our baby girls, the oversharing of children. And like I said, it's mostly done by mother influencers. Excuse me, I seem to be coming down with a cold. It is almost November here in the state of Colorado, so gonna have to be getting that flu shot pretty quick here, and making sure I try not to get the flu this year. I've been pretty good about it. Anyway, fathers, yes, the oversharing of our children. And like I said, there's a lot of women that are considered mother influencers. And they just put their children online. They're recording their kids all the time, their daily lives, where they live at, where they're positioned at. Very, very dangerous. I am the father of 4 adult daughters, 36, 30, 26, and 24. So I no longer have that issue. I didn't have that issue to begin with. I never put my daughters online as far as sharing our family when they were little. YouTube started, it's been almost 20 years actually. 2005 is when YouTube actually launched. It was a lot different back then. But, you know, today, hey, with all the social media platforms, you get what comes with it. Okay. So, fathers, we have some good videos that I want to share with you today. I need your minds. I need you to be aware, right? And fathers, some of you are going to have to check your wives. You really, really are. You're going to have to check them. Because a lot of women just do what they want to do with their kids online. I see a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of crazy stuff. Particularly when I'm doing the research for my live streams, I come across some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. And it's unfortunate. And like I said, fathers, you know, I can only blame mothers to an extent because so many of these dads are going along with it. And then when things come to your family, as far as your location, where you live, that's crazy. You know, we live in a world where everybody's just too trusting. You know, there's no boundaries anymore. And, you know, like I said, once you put your information out there, it's for the world to see. The world's going to do what the world does. The world's going to take information, share it, and do what they do. It's crazy. It's very, very crazy. So, fathers, these videos are good. right? When I was putting this live stream together, I looked at so many videos. And like I said, all the videos that I'm sharing with you today, every time I live stream, all videos are always in the description. Okay, so you can watch them over and over again. They're all in the description. So this is what I'm presenting today, fathers. I need your minds. I need you to be attentive. I need you to be focused so you can process what you are seeing and what you are hearing, because it's real, fathers, right? And being a former criminal justice professional, I worked in the criminal justice system for 20 years. I'm a former state of Colorado juvenile probation officer. So I look through a totally different lens than the everyday human and everyday civilian. I have a totally different lens that I look through because I worked in the criminal justice system for 20 years, and I know the dangers of what's lurking out there. Predators are no longer hiding behind computers, right? They are online. They are contacting kids directly, trying to set them up for meetings, take advantage of them, exploit them, hurt them. It's a different world, y'all. It's a totally different world. So fathers, let's get into these videos. Let's check them out. And like I said, I need you to have an open mind. Okay? All right, fathers, let's do this. Another live stream. Let's get it.
My gosh, you guys, having kids is so much fun.
Ruby Frankie, a Utah mom turned YouTube momfluencer who amassed 2.6 million subscribers, was known for her strict disciplinarian parenting style.
My kids are literally starving. I hesitate to say this because it's going to sound like I'm like a mean barbarian, but I told the kids, I said, I'm not even going to let you eat breakfast until you get your chores done.
But authorities now say that her tough love was actually child abuse.
911, the address of your emergency.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help.
Ruby Frankie's son escaped from the Utah home of her self-help business partner, Jody Hildebrandt.
Where he said a 12-year-old male showed up with tape around his legs Thursday asking for help, said he was afraid asking for police.
The boy was reportedly starved and tied up with duct tape alongside his 10-year-old sister.
This kid has obviously been detained. He's covered in wounds. We need the cops here as soon as possible.
As law enforcement dug deeper, they uncovered injuries, torture, and emotional harm inflicted by both Frankie and Hildebrandt.
It's horrifying that it has taken to this long and to this degree for people to listen and to do something about it, but not shocking. Not shocking that she could or would do this because she's already done this.
Law and Crime takes you behind the scenes, from Ruby and Jody's path to internet stardom to the investigation that brought them down.
With my deepest regret and sorrow for my family and my children.
We take you inside the courtroom as the women face justice in this Law and Crime original podcast, The Rise and Fall of Ruby Frankie, exclusively on Wondery Plus. Join Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
I'm Lucy. I'm 7 years old.
Their socials. Miranda quickly became a part of this crew. Members of the group targeted by the speculation quickly denied their involvement. At the time, Miranda issued her own denial, going live on her TikTok with her husband addressing the rumors.
Our thanks to Janae. You can catch the full episode, Mom Talk Posting Perfection, on Impact by Nightline. It's streaming now on Hulu. New episodes drop every Thursday.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back. It is a pillar. Welcome back. It is a pillar of social media, sharing proud moments, fond memories, even life updates with your friends and followers. But since the beginning of posting, some parents have been oversharing, uploading photos of their children online, coupled with intimate details. And in many cases, the kids don't have a say in what's being shared and who it's being shared with. In the next installment of our series, The Other Side of Social Media, we meet a mom who learned the dangers of oversharing firsthand and a young woman working to protect kids online through legislation. Our Elizabeth Schulze has the story.
For Cody, a single mom in California, the post started as a way to entertain her 3 kids during the pandemic.
I had started just doing some dances with my kids online to kind of pass the day. And pretty quickly, I started gaining some traction, getting a following.
She found a community on Instagram and Facebook.
We used to post 500 pictures a day,
where she would share update after update about her family.
I would kind of show the ins and outs of being a single mom.
But it wasn't long before her social media presence took a dark turn after a video of her swapping places with her 5-year-old daughter went viral.
I put my phone down after it posted. A couple hours later, checked it again. It was at 6 million views. And, you know, the first thought there is how exciting it was. And then I opened the comments, and the comments were all inappropriate towards her. I was so disgusted. I immediately deleted the video, deleted every video of them on the page, and haven't really looked back.
Even after wiping every picture of her kids from the internet, she says their school address was leaked and her family started to receive death threats.
I would have gone in to it more prepared, possibly with a, suit of armor, and would never have posted my kids, ever.
It's a lesson Cam Barrett says she wishes her mom had learned. When Cam was young, her private life was thrown into the public domain.
My mom kind of made like my first MySpace account with me. I think that was like my first introduction to like social media, but like as a child, I didn't know better. So I kind of think I like used it more as like a toy.
A toy that soon turned into a digital scrapbook for her mom.
She would just post paragraphs about like my day-to-day life, what I was doing.
Cam's mom sharing moments that were deeply personal, from her first period to photos of her in a bikini as a child. And this moment after Cam was in a car accident.
She was right there taking pictures when I'm like strapped to the gurney and I have a neck brace on. And it's like I needed a hand to hold, but like it was like a camera put in my face instead. And so like I think that was the moment I realized I was just like, I don't know, I kind of felt like a product almost, because it just was like, it's like I needed my mom in that moment.
Posting snowballed into an addiction for her mom, while Cam endured bullying online.
There would be so many people commenting being like, why is she always sick? Like, what's really wrong with her? Like, is there actually anything wrong with her? It's probably just her anxiety. My mom would make me like her profile picture and stuff. Like, she would get like comments from older men. She didn't know better. You know, the internet was so new to her generation.
Parenting expert Leah Plunkett is the author of Sharenting. She says posting online is now an extension of families' everyday lives.
The online world is and can be and will continue to be super fun.
But she says many parents aren't aware of just who can see their posts.
You really have no reliable way as a parent, or really any user of social media, of knowing exactly which eyeballs will be on the data that is reflected in your post now or in the future.
I had the opportunity to be on a podcast to talk about House Bill 1627.
As the first generation of children with oversharing parents grows up, families and lawmakers are now facing the challenge of how to protect kids' privacy on the mostly unregulated internet.
It's a different culture to grow up in the eye of social media, and the pressures are very different. They're much more intense.
Washington State Representative Christine Reeves co-sponsored a first-of-its-kind bill seeking to regulate parenting vlogs. The bill, which is stalled in the state legislature, would allow kids to request content be taken down once they reach a certain age.
Not all kids get that right or that choice to be included in these materials, and quite frankly don't always get the explanation of what it could mean for them, the implications of it long term.
Cam Barrett testified in favor of the Washington State bill.
When you Google my name, simply just my first name, childhood photos of me in bikinis will pop up, and I'm terrified to have those weaponized against me again.
And is now an advocate for children's privacy online.
When I did get on TikTok, I had no intentions of like being a creator or being an advocate for anything. I desperately just want a second chance at life. And people were really like receptive to that. And a lot of people resonated with that. And so that's kind of how like my platform got built.
If you do have to include your kids, blur their faces, show the back of them. Don't share things like full names. Don't share birthdays. Don't share locations. Don't share schools.
Cody knows not all families are willing to remove all content of their kids online, but encourages other parents to think twice before clicking that upload button.
We can't avoid our kids living their lives. Obviously, we want them to do that. We can avoid them being shown to millions of strangers unnecessarily for no reason.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
Amazing what technology. Amazing what technology can do these days, isn't it? All you need are a couple of pictures, like the ones you share on social media, where they can be taken and used by everybody. What you share online is like a digital footprint that will follow me around for the rest of my life. I'm telling you this because I know you love me and would never do anything to harm me. So please, Mom, please, Dad, protect my virtual privacy.
That chilling message from a German telecommunications giant is making the rounds on social media. It's an important message about the potential consequences of sharing your child's image and other personal information online. To talk more about that, we are joined by Leah Plunkett, a lawyer and author of Sharenting, Why We Should Think Before We Talk About Our Kids Online. Leah, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Why is this topic so important to you?
This topic is so important to me because I am a lawyer and I'm also a parent. And so I came to this topic in order to try to figure out practical, ethical ways to share or not share information about my own children digitally. And then as I looked further into that important conversation, I broadened out the conversation to include all the other parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers, coaches, and other trusted adults who have to steward our children's privacy.
All right. And as we saw in that video there, that was just a short snippet of it, but it really goes on to show that an image can be used and altered to create so-called deep fakes. And those could go on to haunt children for years on end, far into the future. What would you say to parents about posting their images online? Is it a complete no-go, or what should you be mindful of?
I would encourage parents to be mindful of how to be a smarter sharent. So sharent being a combination of the words, of course, share and parent. I would say avoid any pictures of your child in any state of undress, even if it is a totally innocent day at the beach picture. avoid posting any information that fully identifies your child by name, date of birth, or location. Ideally, don't post pictures of your children on social media. Instead, look for other ways to share exciting moments with trusted family, friends, and others in your communities that don't involve social media posts.
Interesting. Yeah, it certainly, I think, has a lot of parents thinking, myself included. I have young ones. I have shared some images online, but you know what? I'm really thinking twice about whether I will even continue to do that. Are there any ways to, if you do decide to pull down those images, are they still out there forever? Is there any actions that we can take as parents to better protect our kids online?
To better protect our kids online, as you said, going and pulling down images that you've posted is a really important first step. You're absolutely right that once an image gets out there digitally, it is hard to completely and totally recall it. Think even about the actions that individuals can take, let alone AI or other machines. People can download images, they can do screenshots, they can hold on to them. But I would say a really good first step is, if you've already posted, go ahead and take those pictures down and don't post future ones. You can also make sure that anything that you need to communicate in the future is done through a more secure channel, like a secure messaging app. You can also model good digital citizenship practices for your children in ways that are age appropriate and developmentally appropriate for them, such as asking for their consent or at least their input before you ever share anything about them digitally that you're not required to share. I don't mean that parents should stop using digital medical records, for instance, or digital educational records, but in terms of the social sharing, involve your children and model for them that once a picture leaves the privacy and goes into a digital setting, then it can be used and reused and repurposed in countless ways now and in the future by people and institutions that you may not even know.
And a really important conversation for all of us to be having. Leah, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing your perspective.
Thank you for having me.
Parents used to carry photos in their wallets to show off their kids. But today, all it takes is the click of a button. This next generation has never lived without the internet.
No wonder you guys are always so busy on the computer.
34% of kids in the US start their digital footprint in utero with a sonogram posted by their parents. Then come the birth photos, the dedicated hashtag, first steps, first words, first everything.
Oh, you're so extra.
But do the children involved have a right to their privacy?
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
A lot of people think that it's just, these big mommy bloggers, oversharing influencers who are the ones that are kind of out there promoting their kids and basically violating their children's privacy. But what I found in researching this, that it's almost all parents do this to some extent.
The term coined for this phenomenon is sharenting, but it's not just the parents who do it. Daycares, schools, sports teams, clubs, scout troops, you name it.
I'm all about that bash, I'm earning. I'm all about that bash,
Oversharing has become the new normal, and the kids don't get much say in the matter. So what happens when they grow up, become more self-aware, and inevitably Google themselves?
Once kids realize that they have an internet footprint, they have a whole range of reactions. Some kids are horrified. They hate the pictures of themselves that they found publicly posted. They're angry at their parents. They feel embarrassed.
Would you care if your parents posted about you online?
I would definitely hate it.
I would be worried that my classmates would find it. It would be kind of weird.
No, I don't care.
A lot of kids are actually thrilled. They Google themselves and find some photos of themselves, maybe on Google Images. Maybe there's pictures of themselves on a local blog or website, and it makes them feel really famous.
In fact, one study found that fame is now the #1 goal for children ages 10 to 12.
Y'all haven't seen this in your lives. I'm richer than all y'all broke-ass haters.
Many aspire to be YouTube stars and Instagram influencers.
Hey, I want to be famous.
It can be scary in one sense to feel like there's this whole narrative about yourself that you don't control, that you never consented to, but it can also be thrilling. And I think both reactions are probably, extreme. It's really kind of a middle ground.
Parents in the US have a right to post about their lives. Some blog about their families for support or as a creative outlet.
We have shot over 400 videos. We have memories going back years. We've seen our kids grow, and it is priceless.
Some post seemingly harmless photos of birthdays to keep in touch with far-flung relatives, while others make a living by broadcasting their children on YouTube and Instagram.
Sometimes I really don't want to do something, but I have to get some money from my mom.
A lot of parents are frustrated by the notion that they might not have the right to share this information about their children. And that is their right as a parent, but also as a parent, you need to be sensitive about how that might affect them. And, you need to protect them from people that might want to exploit the information that you're sharing, specifically advertisers or, some of these platforms.
Advertisers and spammers purchase the data created by every interaction on social media in order to profile users. They then tag us with marketing labels to target ads to our browsers, and they have immense power to influence our perceptions. The internet is also rife with online predators and identity theft.
The US is quite far behind. There's really no protection for most users, and information about kids, unless they change their name, it's very hard to expunge that.
Some countries have taken action. In 2014, Europe's highest court ruled that internet users have the right to be forgotten. Citizens can now petition to have damaging information hidden in Google search results. And in France, children can sue their parents for posting without consent. The penalties can be severe.
I think that in coming years, we'll see more governments try to get involved. I think also, more tech companies are realizing that users don't actually want this permanent record about themselves with all of their information dating back years and decades.
Let's face it, the internet never forgets.
Hey, Nora, do you pee your pants?
What?
Do you pee your pants?
Yes, sometimes.
Those trails of digital breadcrumbs will follow them forever when they apply to colleges, jobs, clubs, or public office.
No.
And since social media is still in its early stages, we may not yet comprehend what other impacts there might be for future generations.
There are a lot of downsides to these parents overposting and oversharing, and you can end up really violating a kid's privacy, even in ways that you don't think. And so it's good for both the parents and their kids to be aware of the amount of data that's being harvested about them on the internet and try to couch that a little bit.
Don't try this at home. Why not? I don't know.
Mother, look what the mailman brought. Movies of us. Oh, yes, Tony, the pictures Father took. Mother, could we see them tonight? Oh, I'm afraid not, Tony. Dinner will be late tonight, Mother said, because Nancy can't help me.
I'm Lucy. I'm Lucy. I'm 7 years old, and my mom posted pictures of me online.
That's good.
I'm Elmer. I'm 18 years old. My mom shares too much about me online.
I'm Zoya. I'm 16 years old, and my mom shares my whole life. If you're gonna be so worked up about it, then I'll take it down. But I don't agree with you, just for the record.
¿En Facebook?
Yes. You want
¿Por
to-
qué?
Let me show you a few.
This.
What's the big deal? I think you look so cute and it was a nice moment. What's wrong with it? No, in real life, like just think like Abu and Grandpa, like how else do they know about you guys except to see you there?
You can call and FaceTime.
Yeah.
You can do many other stuff to see them instead of with social media.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good point.
By age 5, the average kid has 1,500 photos of them online.
¿Y por esas fotos estamos aquí, no?
Technically, yes.
No lo puedes cambiar. O sea, ustedes son mi orgullo, no pueden cambiar nada.
It's a photo where I'm shirtless and I'm not ready for a photo.
Yo pienso que todos los papás hacemos eso. Yo la subo, yo no veo nada malo, tú tienes ropa abajo. Está todo privado y solo mis amistades y mi familia pueden ver todo.
All it takes is one person and one hack, and there goes all your privacy. Remember when I was getting my debit card?
No, pero no puse los números de tu...
No, I know you didn't, but it was like the número, como el address estaba ahí.
No,
printado
ahí no
atrás
está
en
el
los
address.
papeles. Yeah,
No,
los
sí,
papeles,
pero...
como papeles que dicen mi nombre completo, tú sabes, cosas que son privados.
Posiblemente sí, eso sí, estuvo mal de mi parte.
Okay. By 2030, parents sharing about their kids online will account to 2/3 of identity fraud.
What is everybody so worried about? The sauce on the face photo, like what is it going to do that is like wrecking everybody's life in their imagination?
I think the sauce on the face photo, that's just an embarrassing photo. But, the photo of me in a bathing suit, someone out there could look at my body and think something of me that I wouldn't want them to think.
But you go on the beach in those clothes, and strangers could take photos of you on the beach and do what they want with those photos.
But you're my parent. You're my mom.
Right. Yeah, I would think about that, yeah.
You would. So now you would say that you would consider.
Maybe. Not really. Unless we stop taking vacations together and stop having good times together, it would actually, honestly, would be depressing if I couldn't document it for Insta. If it's not on Insta, it didn't even happen.
You really feel that way?
Yeah, because, yeah. So do you think kids should have veto power, the ability to say, please take that down, you have to?
I absolutely think that kids should have veto power. And again, it's because of how aware I am of the implications of the digital footprint that I say that. Some facts. In France, kids can sue their parents for sharing too much about them.
I mean, what should I say? They just don't know what they're doing, France.
If I'd asked you about that picture, would you be okay if I posted it?
Yes.
Oh, really? So it's actually about the asking, not about the picture itself.
Posting any private information or anything online should be my call.
I really try to limit the amount of things I aggravate you with. And if a photo or an upload is causing so much aggravation, is it worth it? It's probably not. So I understand where you're coming from.
Okay, fathers, those are all the videos I wanted to share with you this morning. And yeah, as you can see, some of these moms are out of control, man. Completely out of control. I'm just very grateful that my daughters are adult women. And my daughters will tell you, I recorded them birth to 18. I was always recording. All the videos they have though today are family videos for their lives. I mean, I never shared any of that online. I didn't. My girls will tell you they got tired of me recording them. Not in a bad way, because I was just always recording. I recorded their moments. They all have videos of their childhood though, and they're grateful for me doing it. But I never put no family stuff was ever online. Not my daughter's birthday 18 didn't happen, you know. And I just think, I mean, Pandora's box is open. You can't close it now, and it's only going to get worse. You know, technology rules, man, and it's just it's too enticing for parents to say no. I mean, you're talking about kids talking about they want to be social media influencers and in front of the camera. There's a price to pay with that. You know, it leads into, check out my live streams. That's all I can tell you. Look at my videos. I have playlists, and I cover this regarding our daughters and their self-esteem. I cover this regarding our daughters and their mental health. I've covered all this. This is my 80-second live stream. I've been live streaming since July of 2023. This is my 80-second live stream. I don't edit any of my videos. I never have. I never will. What I do is when I record my live streams, I download it, I re-upload it to make it a video and put a different thumbnail. But none of my live streams are edited. I don't edit. I don't edit anything out. I don't edit anything in. So if I mess up on my live stream, that's what you get. What you see is what you get from me. I don't edit my live streams. I don't. So, but yeah, fathers, this is what we're dealing with. And like I said, whether you're married, divorced, or a single father, man, you got to deal with the moms. It's crazy to me. Like I said, the research I do, this stuff, man, it's out of control. Like I said, being a former criminal justice professional, ain't no damn way. It's too much. It really is. Okay, fathers, another live stream, another successful live stream. It was a good one. I enjoyed doing the research on this, fathers. I live stream once a week, fathers. All fathers are welcome. Like I said, regardless of your ethnic group, background, and/or culture, grow that YouTube channel. This is my way of giving back to all fathers. This is what I do. This is how I get down. I'm at a totally different transition in my life. I'm 59 years of age. I'll be 60 next year in May of 2025. So this is my way of giving back to fathers, because grow that YouTube channel. What we're all about here is education with information and instruction. That's what I do. I have a lot of experience. I worked with children and families of children from all socioeconomic backgrounds for 30 years, 20 years in the criminal justice system, 10 years in K-12 education. All kids, all cultures, all parents. So I know what I'm talking about, right? But check out my playlists that are on my YouTube channels. Check out my playlist, all right? And you can check it out for yourself. Okay, fathers, we'll be back next week for another live stream. Appreciate you. Hopefully I was able to bring something to you today and open up your eyes a little bit more. But these are discussions that need to be had, man, because like I said, Pandora's box has been open. It's crazy. Okay, until next week, mis amigos, hasta la próxima semana. Paz. Adios. All right, fathers, I'm out. This is Efrem B. Martin. I will holler at you next week. Peace.